Welcome to the Shmoopy Daddy streaming experience. I'm your host, Shmoopy Daddy. In case it's your first time watching the stream, the VOD, or the video on YouTube, I'm a monthly Hearthstone Wild Legend player who typically hits Legend first a month, and after that I goof off and play viewer decks. But I got a request from a member of my chat who was just like, Shmoopy, are you going to do a wild-focused review of the card set? And I was like, do I have to? And they're like, we're really looking forward to it. And I was just like, normally I hate card reviews. I'll be honest with you. I don't find them particularly interesting content. Everybody does a million of them. And so what I'm going to do is I'll probably do a sarcastic, quick overview of the new set, Perils and Paradise, with very little time spent on individual cards. Honestly, the ones that are broken are pretty clearly broken. The ones that suck very clearly suck. So I'll just sort of speak to their general application in Wild, stopping more on the ones that I think are more interesting. I think before I get started in earnest, I think the tourist function either is going to be one of the most powerful keywords that they've ever come up with, or it's going to be highly irrelevant. I think it's going to be a smash hit with casuals, because casuals are going to have so many more options to build their decks, and they're going to love that flexibility. I just think it's going to be very interesting to see how balanced it remains in Standard, where the Discover pool and the remaining sets are going to basically lock in what options classes have and what they need to build towards that tourist requirement. Like, for example, I don't know if Druid really wants mage cards, but they got mage tourist. And so how the new sets coming out are going to dovetail with the fact that Druid has access to the Perils and Paradise mage cards from here until they rotate out is going to be very interesting to look at, especially as, more Druid cards come out that maybe synergize with perhaps what mage does in Perils and Paradise, just as an example. I know in Wild, we're going to, Jank Lords are going to flip their lids and do whatever they're going to want to do. All right. I've already talked too much sensibly, so time to just sort of go through these and go nuts. All right. First up. Whoa, client, you good? Okay. Sleep Under the Stars. Celestial Alignment Juice. I hope that card doesn't come back. Next. Oh, my God. I'm going to have to do each one. Are you kidding me? There we go. Okay. Boulderfist Buddy, gonna be annoying when I see it. I hope I don't see it too often. I don't think it's a good card, but I will lose to it. I heard you like 3 copies of Guff. By the way, you can play this in Warrior. Seems kind of good. I might play it just for the effect, depending on how greedy I am in Druid. The effect seems kind of nuts, especially if you pair it with something like Marin. Timeline Accelerator, but arguably better. Warrior can run this. I heard you like Unkiliaxes. Let's print Kangor's Endless Army for 2 classes. Seems like it'd be good in combo. I don't know what combo wants it, but it's there. Warrior can run this. Gonna be annoying in Arena. What? Not the next card I was expecting. Did I skip it? No. Okay. This sucks. This sucks. Chat's going to think this goes infinite. It doesn't. Interesting card. Going to be good in skipper decks, I think. Probably pretty decent there. Might be really good in some sort of combo. I feel like there's some Magma Rager deck out there where you're going to pair this with Applause and a bunch of 0-cost minions and draw 6 cards, 7 cards for 5 mana. It's going to be basically more work for Sprint, which is on par with what Warrior wants or does. This sucks. This sucks. It's morally bankrupt to basically print a big Warrior support at this point. You're just forcing people to play big Warrior, which is just it's just rude. This sucks, but it's going to be an absolute terror in Arena. This is going to hit the board and it's never going to die. Mutanus, but way worse. Mostly we're going to run this so that we can play Druid cards and Warrior. I think this is actually half decent. I think this is busted in like something like Highlander Hunter. Probably better than it looks, but weird ass card. It costs way too much, but it like probably will beat me at some point. Hey, look, it's a 7-mana Murazan. Card is way worse than I first thought. I thought the buffs at one point were going to be going to everything in your deck, and I thought, oh, hey, guys, it's not that bad. It's actually that bad. Probably decent, especially in like a beast, hunter, if that's a real deck. Probably okay in Automation Priest or Boar Priest. Probably okay in Automation Priest or Board Priest. Those aren't real decks. Hi, it's that 1 4-mana card or 3-mana card from sets ago, but it's not limited to beasts, and it's the same effect. Great. You might play this just to play it for the effect, choosing two minions and swapping their stats. I think it's too slow. I think it sucks. I can't wait to OTK somebody with a Prize Plunderer. It's gonna see play anyway. If this wasn't fire, I'd be a lot more excited about it. This is like second coming of Mind Blast. You can also play this in DH. I think that's gonna be nasty. This sucks. This is weird and expensive, but if you discover it, I don't think you hate it. This is how you get ants if ants were Unkiliacs. I think somebody's going to play around this, but I think in general this is too expensive and kind of sucks. But you can do some goofy stuff with it, I'm sure. I think this is better than it looks. I think don't knock it until you try it in Reno Priest. Hey, look, this looks like a big DH card. Why are we forcing people to play big DH? Don't do that to them. This sucks. Why? This is... Look, they reprinted Demon Seed. I don't think it's necessarily Demon Seed. I think it's a lot worse. You can rat it. You can Theo it. You can get access to priest cards, but really good card. I'd say arguably the best tourist. This sucks. I like all the pirate cards. This is going to be fun with Ship's Cannon and Treasure Distributor. This is going to be fun with, Treasure Distributor and Ship's Cannon. Worse than I initially thought it was, but I think it's okay. I kind of like how you could probably run this in a Reno list for draw, or you can mill your opponent, or it's like kind of expensive refill for aggro. I think this is kind of nasty, especially since Demon Hunter's just printing charge pirates. This card sucks. It's going to be so weird. I saw Ben Heathstone being like, hey, I just can't wait. I hope this is good so that I get to see somebody like, Rye Cleaver and then steal one of the sandwiches, or Sticky Finger the Rye Cleaver, and then you have two people with like useless pieces of bread, and like it doesn't have to be good for that to happen. That's going to happen day one. Weird card. Probably too expensive for Evolved Shaman. Evolved Shaman's just trying to stay alive. Sucks. But I'll probably lose to it. Seems like it's weird and it sucks. I think it's actually probably okay, since a lot of the Demon Hunter cards can be run in here. We've got a lot of charge pirates that die, so we're going to be making a lot of 2-drops, I guess. Might be better than it looks. Probably an arena card. This is going to be so obnoxious. I'm going to lose to it. I don't think it's good enough to run in Constructed, but somebody's going to do it anyway, and I'm going to lose to it. Probably sucks. I have no thoughts on this thing. It's got a lot of weird effects. It's probably going to have some niche thing that I'm not thinking of. I don't know if it's good enough for Wild. Busted. Disgusting. Why does this have 5 durability? Why does it reopen after a friendly minion dies? Just why? I think this is going to be better than we think. I think it's going to be easier to freeze things than we think. And, like, I would compare this to the Treant spell that we just got. That's 3 mana, and then you draw for each Treant. It's a little bit easier to freeze than it is to get Treants to stick. So I think this could be a sneaky good draw engine, but 2 Frost is a little bit of a steep price. You're going to have to basically go all in on Frost. Probably decent if it's easy to freeze things. 3 mana for a 2/2, but it freezes 3 enemies, so it helps do things. Fine. It's a pirate, pulls patches. It's probably fine. It's probably okay. Big butt. Corpse Maker, can't be that bad. I think I like this a lot. Very sticky board. This effect is kind of nutty. The runes are weird. 4 mana, sort of expensive. It pulls patches. I don't know how to evaluate this card. I feel like since Warlock gets access to Death Knight cards as well, we're going to see some sort of Warlock use for this before we see a Death Knight use for this. You can also use Death Growl on it. I don't know. Wouldn't shock me if it gets cracked, but I have no way of evaluating it. It's a bizarre card. The effect is nuts. It's just like the tempo loss for a 4 mana 4/3. Unless the effect that it creates a game-ending play. I mean, your hero power is going to deal an extra damage every turn. It's just, I don't know. I can't wrap my brain around it. It's probably okay, actually. It's probably okay. This is probably a staple removal in Standard that's really obnoxious, and maybe we start using it in Wild, but I don't think like something like Painlock wants it. A different kind of deck wants it. I'm going to have to play this. That's how you get Mind Lock. Clark doesn't want to eat this card. Is that Cute Lock card? That might be a Cute Lock card. I think that's a Cute Lock card. That's kind of cool. Doesn't look that bad. It's hard to kill, but like we have cheap ways to kill it in Wild. I don't know. It's all right. I don't see this being a downside, but I think 2 mana is really steep. Oh, people were freaking out about this card. This card is either going to be... This is better than Molten Giant is right now in Painlock. I think this is either going to have like really high rolls and really low rolls. 2 mana is really expensive. Like I don't even feel great about running the Geode right now, and you want to run this instead. It's better than Molten though. It'll find a way in the lists. Combo Enabler. Nutty Standard card. People will run it in Wild and it'll be slow. I'll probably lose to it anyway. Not really a downside. Seems fine. Kind of pollutes the Raised Dead pool, though. Kind of sucks. Can have a nice high roll, but 4 mana is expensive. It's mana cheat, but it's 3 mana cheat. Bleh. Go on a side quest. The side quests are kind of nutty, right? 6 mana is kind of... 6 mana is kind of late to start a side quest. This could be good. We don't run this in Wild. Oh, yeah. If you play it at this turn, reopen it, that's how you get Miracle Rogue support. 3 mana might be too expensive for that, but, like, I don't know. That's a lot of draw. We have better ways of doing the same thing. Oh, fun, 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 fun. Discover a hero card from the past. We could do Domo Rogue with this, and not have to do Domo. Do you get a 1 cost? Okay, fine. That's weird. That's also weird. That's also weird. You could probably manipulate this somehow. 4 mana is steep, but you can manipulate this somehow. Battlecry, next spell you cast has lifesteal. Eh. Eh. This card's kind of nuts. If you buff this up and then slap this down, it functionally has charge with whatever stats it adds to the minion that comes down. This card could be actually kind of nutty. I like this guy as far as filling out your curve in Mage, but nobody else seems to. No mana cheat, but the fact that you can just sort of print spells is interesting. I think this is a casino card, but not a good one. That's kind of nuts, and Druid can run this. Probably a combo enabler. I don't know why you want to run Paladin cards. This is like Defile, but weird, right? Isn't it like Godfrey? Like it does 2, and then it does 2, and then it does 2, and it does 2. Godfrey saw play for a while and only stopped because Godfrey costs 7 mana. This costs 3 mana. This might be a nutty board clear. Doesn't solve a lot of board states, but solves some. Or no, it's not Godfrey. It's like if your opponent has like a board full of 8/8s, this kills all the 8/8s. It's okay. I think it'll see some play. Sweet art. Probably better than it looks. Especially with the support it has. Surfalapod. Yeah, it's probably fine in standard. It's crap for wild, but I'll end up playing it anyway. Right. Oh, this card. Yeah, this is like Garrote Rogue, but like for all classes. We could probably do funny things with this. Kingsbane, Amalgam, it's going to be garbage, but people are going to play it. People are coping that this is going to save them against aggro matchups. It's not. Arena card, that looks bad. Egg support that nobody asked for, that's probably too expensive. 4 is too much for this effect, but probably a good arena card. Probably a good arena card. Probably a good arena card. Kind of a garbage card, but 3 mana is so expensive, but the effect is decent. It's like better Roro, little Roro from Badlands. And like it's like an aura effect, and it's 4 health and it sticks, but like I don't think we play it in any of the pirate decks. We might play this in the pirate decks. We're not playing it over Ship's Cannon though. The people who say that are idiots. Oh yeah, this is like a weird Lotheb type effect that like LPG actually kind of wants. This card's kind of cool. Nutty card. We're gonna do degenerate things with this. Reddit loves this card. I think it's strange. It's a weird like 7 mana like board clear. Nah, stay away from it. People are going to overreact to this card. I think this card is a one of in Pirate Rogue if you see it, and then when the stats come out, it's going to be one of the worst cards in the deck. But you will die to it, and you will hate it. Oh, that's kind of nutty for something like Elemental Shaman. I might play that. I might play that over Gyreworm. Discover 3 cards in your deck and put them in that order. Some Reno Priest is going to play this. This Reddit's going to overreact to this and throw this in an ETC and Pirate Rogue, and it's going to be stupid. Stupid and bad and horrible stats. That's a lot of mana cheat. That's a lot of mana cheat, and it's a pirate. Battlecry, discover a pirate. 2 mana is expensive. Weird card. Weird card. Weird card. Somebody might use this for something. Like, if you slap this in... if you might run this in Standard for the Death Knight location. Ew. Arena card. Arena card, unless there's a location that I'm not think of that you can just chain, and then slap this sucker down. I'm not really worried. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Actually, probably an okay card, especially in something like a Highlander Mage or something like that. Like, this is only the good Kazakus potions anyway, so like turn earlier, maybe okay for Highlanders into aggro. I don't know. It wouldn't shock me if I see this in Arena Priest list. Nutty card. Might actually spawn a Pirate DH archetype. You might even... This card might be so good, I think you might run it in Reno Demon Hunter. And yes, it turns off all the OG Reno cards, but like you might just take the parachutes and the little pingies just for anti-aggro. Like no bullshit. Looks bad and weird. Looks bad and weird. Some Reno Priest is going to play this against me. Bad. Actually bad. Actually, like, just terrible. Insanely bad. Unless there's a very curated location pool in a game mode. It's actually, like, it's so bad. It's insanely bad. Actually looks like an okay card in Arena. Fine. Maybe. In Standard. Oh, this is fine. This is okay for Frost. A lot of mana cheat, but it's a 4-mana 3/3. That's a lot of sunscreen. Probably bad. 6 mana. No. That's a lot of armor if you're running a lot of taunts. Oh, it's a lot of taunts if you gain a lot of armor. No. No. Nice feat. No. Okay, all enemies, but it's 2 mana and it's fire. It's not odd. I can't put it in odd shaman. Nutty. What'd I miss? I'm sure there's stuff I missed, right? Was that it? Have we covered absolutely everything? Is that the full set? Is that Schmoopy's full Snarky set? All right, if I'm just going to sort of go through and just sort of, again, summarize each class, TLDR. Druid, Bastado. Aside from this card blows. Warrior got warrior cards. Poor bastards. The best card that warrior got lets you not play warrior cards. Think about that for a second. Hunter. Yeah. Hunter got hunter cards. Priest got DH cards. DH got access to priest cards. And pirates. Shaman is probably going to OTK me from hand. And this is going to annoy me. Pirates Pirate DH. Any Pirate DH enjoyers? It's probably going to be bad. This card's nuts, though. Warlock probably going to OTK me with something. Painlock got a tool, but like it's not that big an upgrade, I don't think. Don't hyperventilate. Thief support. Domo Rogue. Yeah, all right. These seem bad. Except for this card. This card seems nutty. Feet. Mage is going to mage on us. LPG actually got some decent support. Neutrals. Lots of pirates. All right. That's my snarky card review. If you think differently about any cards, let me know in the comments to this video. Otherwise, I don't know. Go dance the hornpipe.